Hey guys, me again, Oxford Wolf here. This is going to be different than my previous Need for Speed Heat videos. As you can see, I was just over there in my Aventador video, and now I am right here because I had the pause, and you can't do that in here. It just brings up controls. It's kind of funny. Anyway, this is going to be a bit of a tutorial on how to take really good pictures in Need for Speed Heat. The camera here is not as in-depth, I guess I would say, as Forza, for example. Those were the controls for those who don't have the game and do want to just get an idea. Right. So you can hide your UI with Y, of course, and this is cool for the videos, but honestly I never use that. This is where the magic happens, of course. There's only 4 menus here, and I'll just briefly go through everything. So go to the left here, and that's sepia. And here, low is completely off. You see, that's exactly the same as none. And then as you turn it up, it just very slowly does this, and this is going to be the full effects. So I'm going to scroll through all these with the full effects on. So there's sepia, none, bleach, retro, film stock, orange and teal, vibrance, and black and white. And like I said, you can tone all these down as much as you want. These are just presets, and they do not affect these at all. Leaving photo mode resets all values to their original values. Let's just pick a decent spot down here. Let's go right here. Why not? Okay. To turn your car off and let your car air out, whether you're in PC, which I'm playing on Xbox, or PS4. Your left bumper, or R1, I guess, technically. I don't know. I don't know PlayStation, I'm sorry. And X, or square, I think? Yeah, okay. You get the idea. It turns your car off. I'm not sure I'm sure there's a button for it on the keyboard, but whatever. And then they go in the photo mode. You hold the right stick. You go hold it for a good 2 seconds or so. So doing action shots is a bit tricky, but at least they're possible. So yeah, and now that's how you enter photo mode. Now, as you can see, this is a bit underexposed. We can't really see the car that well, and the background is really bright. And that's no good. So, I'm not going to worry about that until... Wow, the sun just came out. Okay. This spot's going to be a bit tricky, but it's okay. I am focused on getting a good shot right now. So, I think that looks cool. I guess you could use this to preview, yeah, how would that look? We can rotate if we want. I don't really need to, or I don't really want to, I should say. But all these photos are going to be opened up in Adobe Lightroom anyway. So, yeah. Now, could throw vibrance on really low, which just gets rid of this game's very orange and blue. This kind of subdues a bit of that, which I kind of like. It makes it a bit more neutral, and my goal right here anyway is to get as neutral as possible. But here you can see that's as low as exposure is going to get here. This is as high as it's going to get, so it's not like Forza where it will completely black or whiten your image. I do need this to be brought up just a tiny bit. Chromatic aberration, that is maxed out. It's, I think, very hard to use, and I don't personally use it. It makes everything, even at this first one, it makes everything incredibly blue. So, or incredibly blue tinted, I should say. Focal distance and depth of field. This is going to be like your aperture and whatnot. Not technically, but I like lowering those all the way. Getting it. Okay. How would I explain this? So, not in focus, not in focus, not in focus, sort of in focus, totally in focus. Okay. If I want more things in focus, I would leave it here and then adjust depth of field. If I want, if I'm super close like I'm in this shot, I'm going to roll it back right here and now mess with my depth of field and Yeah, you can push Y. Of course, you gotta scroll through the menus again, but it is gonna save your settings when you do that. But anyway, I'm gonna get it where it's just in focus and then change my depth of field. I feel like that produces the best effects, but this is, of course, up to user discretion. Anyway, I do like the background's just a tiny bit blurred. I feel like that's a bit more realistic. And this is going to be like your fisheye sort of effect. Looks pretty cool, I think, if you're into that. I never do this. I think that is unrealistic, and I want these pictures to look as realistic as possible. Every lens is going to be different, but personally, I like leaving it on this first little marker, which is 2 steps in. That's just what I like. And I add a vignette in Lightroom. It's a bit more customized and whatnot, as goes with the film grain. But here you can see what they look like. The film grain is really cool. That I like that it moves. You're never gonna have the same film grain twice. Bodywork damage, I haven't crashed anything, but if you did and you needed repairs but you wanted to take a picture, yeah, you could easily turn off your damage there. Lens flares. This one, I thought it would prevent like glares and whatnot, like completely from happening. It does not. It's just if you're looking directly at the sun. So you can leave this on or off depending on what you want. For this one, it literally does not matter. It's not changing at all. And then you can turn the driver on and off. Personally, I don't like the characters that much in this game, so I'm going to leave it off for these like Shokari, stancy looking pictures like I am right now. But of course, if I'm driving or my car's in motion at all and I want to be as realistic as possible, I will turn the drivers on. Here's saturation. You can't super saturate these things, but they do get pretty saturated. And desaturated, it is not black and white. There's still a lot of color. I could still see color in the barrels, I guess, of those wheels. So yeah, it's not completely desaturated. For this picture to get neutral, I want it a tiny bit more, but not much. And so I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure making these the same. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. I think this does act as a, okay. Obviously, as we can see here, this is completely desaturated. I've never actually tried that before. That's very interesting. I think these steps between, well, each step is way too much. If I want this slightly red tinted, that is not slightly red tinted, that is super red tinted. But if I go one step down, it's completely neutral again, basically. Which, that kind of sucks. But anyway, what I do with these is I just leave these right here. Not all the way to the right, but one to the left. Just slightly desaturated. Despite these settings, I feel like they're a little bit different. Maybe it's just me? I don't know. But I do feel like it is a tiny bit different. If it is sunset and I want to take normal-ish looking pictures, I just do that. And it's a little bit closer. And I think it makes a bit more neutral sunset that I can work with in Lightroom later. So yeah, I'll leave this right there. And then contrast, that is as low contrast as possible, and this is as high contrast as possible. For these, making them neutral, of course, I'm going to leave them right here. As low as possible, and now I can see that this is oversaturated, so I'm going to bring that back like right there, and that's pretty much perfect. Close the menu with X, and now we can take our picture. Zoom out a little bit, you know, adjust, get a few different things going, and whoops, I wish the stick control wasn't so sensitive. It's very hard to get a precise picture, and I don't like cropping a whole lot after this. I like these full resolution pictures, and I'm playing in 4K, and I like to stay as 4K as possible. Whoa, look at that. Oh, there we go. Wow, neat. Alright, we're done in this location. I don't want to take a bunch of pictures in different locations. I just want to do another action shot, or not another, but an action shot. So it's kind of hard, but if you want to get one mid-drift, start pushing the photo mode button. It takes just way too long. Way too long to go in the photo mode. Lighting is not very good here either. But it's okay. This works for what I want. Damn this freaking pole. Oh, there's no way to get rid of that either. It's alright. We're going to... Oh, man. That is totally not what I wanted. I can't just ignore this pole. It's light. Oh, man, that is so annoying. It's alright, though. I will continue working. Alright, yeah, you can rotate this, make it look like you're in motion. A bit more. I like the rotated things. You can do whatever you want. It's all good. It's all up to you. Oh, this is a good spot. You can see how this is super warm, and now suddenly the lights are a bit hazier, which I think is kind of cool. And like the redness in the shadows goes away. It makes it a bit more neutral. Leave that off. Let's go ahead and do this first. Okay. Well, there we go. Actually, what would this look like? That looks cool. Rear's a little blurry. And then do that. And then don't need to worry about this or that. Now I will turn the driver on. Let's desaturate. No, let's saturate. And then do this. And then lower contrast. Actually, the lower contrast isn't necessary in this shot. Let's take one right there. Let's take one with a little less angle so I can do it. Ooh, let's get that. Cool. So the focus, as you can see in this kind of demonstration, it is fixed to the camera and not the location, which is pretty cool. Oh, also the range for the camera is not very far. I'm as far away as possible. Looks a little better. Once again, we're just going for neutral in here, and I think that's enough. Leave and park up. So this is going to be part 1. Let me turn this off. So also, let me wait for them to stop talking. The second part is going to be in Lightroom. I will link it in the description if I remember. So yeah, this is pretty much just how to set up pictures in Need for Speed Heat for editing in Lightroom so that they look way nicer than you could get out of just the game, and honestly way better than you could get out of most games. I think the tools in this game are more than enough to promote very, very cool pictures. Yeah. If you do take some cool pictures, be sure to let me know. Maybe tag me on Instagram, something like that, or comment me or something. I don't know. That'd be really cool. I'd love to see them. Thanks for watching. Bye.